Regardless whether you like it or you don't like it, you love it, you hate it, one thing for damn sure, you are gonna respect it.
Yo, what it do? And welcome back to All the Gold Podcast. Listen, your boy's riding solo on Tuesdays now. We stated that in a couple of videos ago. We were saying that I will be taking over NXTs on Tuesdays so we can give Coop a chance to rest because he's dealing with the kids at school or, you know what I'm saying, at his job. So, listen, I'm here. But anyway, let's kick off this NXT review for today. It was a good match. It was a good show overall. I really enjoyed the whole show, top to bottom. A lot of action tonight. There was a few spots that I was like, "Hey, yo!" But let's kick it off, man. Stephanie Vicure kicks off the show, coming out to the ring for the commentary for the number one contenders match between these two ladies right here, Jordynne Grace and Jada Parker. This is a good match, good showcase for both women. I really did enjoy the back and forth between the two. Up until the part when Jordynne Grace did that tope suicida. And I'm like, yo, we have got to stop doing this move. This is the third botch I've seen since Friday. I saw one on Monday, and I saw one today. And Jordan looked like she hurt herself. I mean, the way she flopped on the ground, I was like, man, I hope she didn't, like, sprain her wrist or something like that. Somebody's going to get hurt doing this move. I'm telling you, man, because I just see somebody, like, spraining a wrist or maybe like breaking the arm because, you know, trying to brace yourself from the impact. But hey, man, I can't tell you guys what to do. You guys are professionals. If you want to keep doing that, that's on you. Hey, listen. So Stephanie, outside the ring, they got into it. Stephanie and I think it was Jada got into it. So she was aiming for Jada, you know, okay. I think Jada was in her face, whatever, aiming for Jada, and then she made a mistake and hit Jordynne. I think that was, yeah, let me see. Hold on. Yeah, she made a mistake and hit Jordynne. And then Julia comes out. They start getting in the ring, then they start brawling. So Julia comes out, and I'm like, okay, Julia's coming down to the ring, and, you know, maybe she's going to help Stephanie, you know. But I saw something, like, it was the way her walk. She had the darker hair, so I was like, okay, something about to go down. So she comes out, and she knocks Jordynne, and she knocks Jada out the ring. I was like, okay, she's coming to help Stephanie. Stephanie turns around. She grabs her, gives her a headbutt, and then gives her a Northern Lights driver to the ring. I was like, okay, we got to heal Julia now. So I didn't know she was going to come back this early because I heard that she had, like, visa issues and, you know, something about her being injured. And that's her standing over Stephanie with the title belt raised in the air, the NXT Women's Championship. So I don't know if this is a full-fledged heel turn or she just coming back because she wants her title back. I don't know. But later on, she was like in the program, she was like, she had a backstage interview and it was like, well, she was coming out the Performance Center and it was like, so what do you think about, when she said, what do you think about your friend? And she was like, there's no friends, you know what I'm saying? Only revenge. I was like, okay, cool. That's what we want to see from her. That's what we want to see from you. No friends, professional wrestling. Anyway, I really think that this match was, like I said, pretty good. Nice back and forth action up until the part where the tope suicida hit. And I like to see more from these ladies, so we'll see. And I'll touch more on this match and what's to come for Stand and Deliver later on. Moving on, we had a really cool match up next. It was, well, actually, before we even get there, we had Ricky Saints. He did a video pack. Well, they did a video package for Ricky Saints' North American title win, which was pretty cool because that introduced the audience, those who don't know him, give them a shot to know Ricky Saints. And he won the North American Championship from Shawn Spears last week on NXT, which was very unexpected. And, you know, very unexpected for Ricky Saints. And he came and, you know, they showed his video package, showed what he's about. And then after that, Hank and Tank was backstage with Swipe Right. Now, Swipe Right is a tag team from Evolve on Tubi. Please go check that out. It's a really good show. It's only 45 minutes long, but the young men and women in Evolve, some veterans down there, some more seasoned wrestlers are down there, and they're on Evolve. So check that out, please. It's really good. But these two gentlemen, they're like, I think they're 20, 21 at the most, and they're called Swipe Right, and very baby face too. They just look young. So I was like, I called them Saved by the Bell 2025. That was my name for them before then, the name Swipe Right. And I was like, yo, they look like the offspring of Zach Morris and AC Slater. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they look just young baby face. So I was like, yo, Saved by the Bell 2025 versus Fraxium. So it was let's get to it. It was a very, very good match. High octane, fast pace. Nice spots. They look like they belong, going against Fraxium. So I was really impressed with them. No disrespect to them, but I don't know where they're getting these AI generated names from, but the names of, let me add this picture here. You see Nathan Frazier on, I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is Brad Baylor. Yeah, this is Brad Baylor. This is Brad Baylor that he's doing it on. I'm still trying to get to know the guys, but I think that's Nathan Frazier, and he's doing a standing moonsault on Brad Baylor. But anyway, yeah, man, great action from these guys, man. They look like they belong. But I'm going back to the names, Brad Baylor and Ricky Smokes. I don't know what AI generated program they're using to make these names, but they're wild. So, yeah, man. Brad Baylor and Ricky Smokes, and they are called Swipe Right. So I hope to see them on NXT more. I'm not just Evolve, because I think that they have it. They're like I said, they look like seasoned vets in the ring, and they're only, I think, 20, 21. But anyway, they're really good, man. They really stood their ground against the NXT Tag Team Champions of Fraxium. So shout out to Swipe Right. Moving right along, we had the next match, which would be Jasmine Nix versus Sol Ruka. She was escorted to the ring by Fatal Influence. And Sol Ruka came out to the ring with Zarya. That's her name, Zarya. It was a good match, good back and forth action. Jasmine Nix hit her with the Nix kick, and I was like, wow. She got her Nix kick. I thought that Jasmine Nix was going to advance to the North American Women's Championship match. And she kicked out. Sol Ruka kicked out. A couple sequences later, Sol hits her with the Soul Snatcher, which is one of my favorite moves in NXT. And when she hits it, it's like, I won't say it's out of nowhere, but when they set it up, but it's still so cool to watch. You know what I'm saying? She goes under, grabs you, like she flips over, grabs you from under, and then gives you the cutter. That's crazy. So I really do like that move, the Soul Snatcher. Big ups to Sol Ruka too, because I see a change in her. And I don't know if you guys seen a change in her over the past couple months. Like, she has went from the surfer gimmick, still a little fun. She still do her little surfer gimmick a little bit, but it's more of, I won't say, she's not really pushing it as hard as she was when she first started, put it like that. She's really grown into her own. I'm starting to like her more as a character. She's starting to be more outgoing, in my opinion. Yeah, big up to Sol Ruka, man. She's one of my favorite wrestlers, women wrestlers on NXT. So shout out to her. Next segment was Javon Evans was backstage, said he's tired of playing the little bro to Obafemi and Trick Williams, and he said he will win the NXT title at Stand and Deliver. So we'll see, Javon, man. You've been promising us you went into something and haven't been coming through. So we'll see, man. But I do respect him, man. That's one of my favorite guys at NXT right now too, because he's like poetry in motion. Looking at him doing his moveset. So yeah, big ups to Javon Evans, man. So next match we have up will be Hank and Tank versus the Cullen. I really wasn't into this match. I think this is the only match that I'm not into, and it's not really because of Hank and Tank. Nothing personal against them. It's just that I'm not really for the comedic wrestling. That's just not me. But to each their own. I did enjoy the action, a little bit action in it. I'm not really a fan of Brooks Jensen either. I just think he's so dry and boring. And excuse me if I don't know the other gentleman's name, but this is like a pick of what happened in the ring tonight. I tried to get a good one, but I couldn't really find one. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to get what I give you. No disrespect, but yeah, that's all I can find. But anyway, it was like a okay match, nothing really special here. Hank and Tank just after the match, they was frustrated because they got another loss and they're trying to find themselves. So yeah, find yourselves, Hank and Tank, please do, because I don't know where you're at myself. Next up will be the next segment we're going to move to. It's going to be my boy Ricky Saints, and he came out to the ring, excuse me, and he cut a promo on how he cut a promo on Ethan Page, saying that Page attacked him and he's jealous of him because he came here and got things done. But I'm thinking, and Ethan Page came in too, and he won he won actually the NXT title. So I don't know, I think Page might have one up on you, Ricky. But yeah, Ricky was cutting a promo against Ethan Page. Out comes what's the boy name? Lexus King. Out comes Lexus King, the Heritage Cup champion. And he was saying that, the Heritage Cup is cool, but he got his eyes set on the North American Championship. I was like, okay, cool, nice, fresh matchup, if they was going that route. And then out comes Eddie Thorpe. And Eddie Thorpe was off the hook tonight. He was saying some wild stuff out of his mouth. He was saying like the North America was his land and his people's land, and that title was his birthright. And he said something. I think Lexus King tried to interject himself and talk to Ricky, and he said, "You gonna let the white man take my title from me?" I was like, "Oh, he wild in the day." And then your boy Wes Lee came out, and then he was talking about how the North American Championship hasn't been relevant since he had it. He was like the longest reigning North American champion, something like that. So anyway, it was a good back and forth match. And then Ethan Page came out, and Ethan Page snuck behind Ricky Saints and gave him a cutter. And then they all grabbed the title at the same time, and then they started brawling, and then they went outside the ring. And that's when Wes Lee ran, dived over the ropes, and knocked them out because he had a match that was up next against Nashashiki and Amura. But before I get to that, I'm going to touch on this segment right here. I think this is a good showcase for all these guys to present themselves as Stand and Deliver. It's a lot of triple threats and a lot of fatal four ways going on in this in Stand and Deliver. But I think it's good for them because you're trying to showcase and then get your mid card title, get it more relevant and get more challengers for it. So I do understand what they're doing. Let me see. Also, it's good. It's a good matchup for Ricky Saints. You know what I'm saying? He can test out his chemistry with all four of them. I already know he's gonna put a burner on with Ethan Page, Alexis King. He had some history with Alexis King and AEW as well. Wes Lee can go in the ring with anybody, and the other gentleman, Eddie Thorpe. Eddie Thorpe is pretty good, but he's been a little off his rocker lately. So, big up to Eddie Thorpe, man. No disrespect. Let's see. So now we was talking about Wes Lee and Nashashiki Inamura. And for those who don't know, Nashashiki Inamura is Josh Briggs' partner, and he's from Pro Wrestling Noah. That one had nice action in it. Wes Lee, they was going back and forth. Inamura was hitting him with some chops, man. He was hitting Wes Lee with some chops. I was like really impressed with him in the ring. But see, I've been impressed with Inamura since I went to Vengeance Day Live when it was in DC, and I went to Vengeance Day Live, and we saw him live in action. He actually looked good in the ring. He was moving a lot, and for a big man, he put on the show. So big ups to Inamura. But anyway, Tyson and Tyreek interfered in the match, and then Briggs tried to stop him. Inamura was on the top rope on the turnbuckle, and then that's when Briggs hit the rope and he fell. Wes Lee took advantage of it, and then when Wes Lee took advantage of it, that's when he hit him with the cardiac kick, and he picked up the victory over Inamura right there, as you can see. Then I think this one was when Inamura was giving him I think it was like a inverted something with I think it was inverted, like dropped him on his back like a back break or something. But yeah, this guy's really good in the ring, man. Let's see. Next up, Obafemi cut a promo backstage on Dark State saying how he's going to, demolish them and how they, you won't be able to get in his way anymore. That was cool from Oba, but it's like to me, Obafemi, I don't know, he seems kind of heelish all of a sudden, man. Not that he was already a babyface or anything, but he just seems more and more heelish right now. So I'll touch on that later on in the main event. Let's see, the North American Championship qualifier with Izzy Dame and Ren Sinclair. That was a good match. Nice offense. Very nice offense with Izzy Dame. And I see she has something in her. Izzy Dame has something in her, man. Izzy Dame basically, she has the look. And I think that if with a little bit more seasoning, she'll be all right in the women's division. Either a North American title picture or the NXT Women's Championship in the main spot. Let's see. Okay, so Ren Sinclair. I mean, she's good. To me, she's like the Thea Hale of the No Quarter Catch crew. And speaking of Thea Hale, where are you? Are you injured? I don't know. So I want Thea Hale back, man. She was really cool. But yeah, back to Izzy Dame. I think she did nice. She had nice offense. It was an awkward part at the end of that match too, because she had she had the 3 count, and the commentators didn't even know the match was over. They was like, and then Corey Graves had to say, "Yeah, the match is over." You got to go back and look at it, man. It was just weird at the end of that match. But I like Izzy Dame though, man. She's starting to show me something. So big ups to you. Then we go backstage with Ava, and she announced what I told everybody that they was going to do. Like after all the winners of this tournament, this women's bracket going for the North American Championship, they was going to do a losers bracket, and that's what it is called, the Last Chance Qualifier. Announced. I think it's Lash Legend, Roxanne Perez, and Fallon Henley will be in the match. Excuse me. I think it's like a 3-way match to determine the last spot. So I look forward to seeing that next week. And then Fatal 4-way match was announced for the Women's Championship, for the NXT Women's Championship. It was kind of touched on that earlier. It's going to be Jada Parker, Jordan Grace, Gulia, and versus Stephanie Fakir for the NXT Women's Championship. So I look forward to seeing that match. Actually, this card is pretty decent, man. This is a pretty decent card from NXT. So I'm looking forward to this, man. Next up, we had a backstage segment too with Andre Chase. He was backstage with Dixon. What's his name? Kale Dixon and Uriah Collins. And then Hank and Tank barged in. And then the Street Profits showed up. You know what I'm saying? So the Street Profits showed up. And it was pretty cool to see the Street Profits there. And they was pumping up Hank and Tank, telling them to keep it up. Be yourselves, be Hank and Tank. You got to be yourselves to get over. Just pumping them up. Doing their being regular Street Profits, being loud and stuff like that. So it's good to see my boys on NXT. Let's see. Let me see. So we had a cameo from that one. All right, so we get into the main event. I told you this, guys, this is not going to be a long video because I'm by myself. I'm going to keep the Tuesdays short. So the main event, we had, I think it was the name of the group, Dark State. Yeah, Dark State versus Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Obafemi. Real good match. Good action in it. Good, overall, just good action, period. I know I just repeated myself. Good action a couple times. Got to bear with me. It's late. So, Javon, Trick, and Oba versus Dark State. They all, when it was coming out, Javon, he got cut short by Trick in the entrance. They were looking back like, yo, what are you doing? Trick got cut off by Obafemi, and then they just went to the ring. Dark State came out with, now I know all the names. It's Cutler James Cutler James is the guy from LFG. I don't know if you guys picked up or watched LFG on A&E. That's a really good, it gets you over on a Sunday because there's nothing to watch on TV on Sundays. But LFG was pretty cool. LFG is pretty cool, and he's actually from that program. So Cutler James, Deion Lennox, Osiris Griffin, and here's the name that kills me, man. Dude name is Saquon Sugars. I was like, yo, that's the what? This is the name that you. This better be your real name, man. This better be your real name because you. Hey, yo, Saquon Sugars. I was like, yo, that's crazy. Anyway, that was a good match, yo. They put on a good match. I was really impressed with everybody in the match. Trick and Oba started a fight though. Javon hit a frog splash. Lennox kicked out. I thought Javon had it wrapped because he, hit the frog splash. But no, Deion Lennox kicked out. They hit their finisher for the win. A lot of back and forth in this match, as far as I think it started when Oba was going to get tagged in by Javon. Javon was doing a slow cross in the ring, and Trick was reaching his hand out. Oba smacked Trick's hand. Trick fell out the ring or fell off the side of the apron, and then Oba came in. Oba brawled a little bit, and then Trick came in the ring, grabbed him, and they started brawling themselves. And then they got knocked out in the ring. And that's when Sugars took over. Well, Javon hit him with the frog splash. Sugars took over. I mean, Lennox kicked out. Then they did their move, and that was it. Let me see. Yeah, so speaking of Sugars guy, so I don't know if you guys picked it up. So he hit this sassy walk with his pen. I don't know what that was about. I was like, hey, yo, sassy with the pen. That's what I wrote down here when he pinned him. But Stacks came on at the end of the program, and Stacks was like, you think you guys are tough, eh? I'm doing my Italian accent. Let's see. So you guys think you're tough, eh? Nah, I can't do it. Anyway, I'm just messing with you guys. So Stacks came out, and Stacks said, we want to see you guys in basically a street fight in a parking lot, basically next week on the Go Home show before Stand and Deliver. So, hey, look, listen, man, I am very intrigued with this. I was very intrigued with this whole episode. It was really good. Guys, thank you for actually bearing with me. This is my first episode doing it by myself, so please don't hate me. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get better each and every time. Plus, it's late, too. I'm recording this late. I had a long day today, so just thank you guys, and thank you for your support. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. We're doing good on YouTube, man. We're doing good on TikTok as well. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Like, starting to see people giving us some feedback. And it's just a little difficult today, man, doing it by myself and not having my partner to bounce off of. But it'll get better, man. You guys got to bear with me on Tuesdays. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for like you said, thank you for your support, and I will see you guys later. Peace.